Hi drummers, Garey Williams is back with another reaction and analysis video. This time we're going to go back in time around 1975 and check out the one and only great Billy Higgins. This guy is legendary in the jazz community, and I think you're going to figure out why really quick. Okay, that's a 3 up, 1 down. Or, and then with the foot in there, but a lot of right, left kind of stuff, especially at the beginning with the cross stick and now moving back and forth. Almost like fives. Singles, buzzes. God, I love the snare sound. Buzzes. Ding ding da 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 ding ding. Kind of hard to play, but really cool little sort of jazz Latin vibe. This is kind of reminiscent of some of the cascadal pattern salsa music, hint of Mozambique, but this is definitely what I would call a jazz Latin thing. It's not authentic Latin. It's got the hint of a Latin feel, of course the cross stick and the tom part, which, for a drum set when you're playing that, cross stick is like a slap tone on a conga, and the toms represent the bongos or conga drums, depending upon the low, high pitch of the toms. So, and then of course the cymbal tip the stick on the cymbal bell, giving us more of that kind of cowbell-esque quality that would be known in Latin music. So we got that sort of flavors that are sort of reminiscent of Latin. Yes. Love it. Love this sort of like. This reminds me of Sesame Street. Single stroke between the snare and the cymbal. Got a turtleneck on under that shirt. Great posture. Okay, now straight swing here. I want to pause this. One of the things I want to point out is that he's getting such a beautiful, consistent cross stick sound. It's something that's challenging for a lot of drummers to do when they play Latin rhythms and the left hand is moving from cross stick sound down the toms and back, is to always come up with that same consistent sweet cross stick sound every time you come to the snare. Part of that is getting your hand there before you need to strike it, so you're not actually throwing the stick down and producing the cross stick stroke. You're actually setting your hand very quickly and then putting the cross stick sound after it. So just very clean, little observation, very nice, subtle balance and volume. Here we go with the swing. Because the hi-hats. So fun. Look at that. Nice work on the snare there. Piano's kind of. Wow, listen to that. Sound like he's playing on the shell of the. Look at that color. Okay, I'm going to pause it right there. That little thing that he did on the piano, upper register, and if you listen carefully, Billy Higgins very beautifully was calling and responding to that. Or really responding. He's playing diggy 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 diggy, and then he did that. So reminiscent of some of the stuff that I've seen or heard actually Steve Gadd play with Chick Corea, especially on the Friends album. It's a beautiful cymbal work, and how so much of the like upper register of the piano, almost Count Basie influenced. Same thing here, upper register of the piano goes to the upper register of the cymbal. More of the bell tones, the higher pitch part. Really delicate. It's more of a, there's a term called pizzicato in the string family where you pluck instead of, bow the instrument. So it's a very short sound, the way you would play a bass string on an acoustic bass or electric bass. So that idea of the short kind of staccato or pizzicato effect of plucking the upper notes on the piano as they strike the keys and then getting that nice little delicate sound. So just beautiful little matching textures. Very musical drummer. Moved out to more the body of the cymbal. Definitely Billy Higgins. Switched rides there. You knew this was coming. Very dramatic. Left foot splashy stuff. Mallets. Really fast single strokes with accents. using a cymbal, two cymbals, kind of a Buddy Rich thing. Bass drum. Well, quiet though. Love it. And here's bass drum. Whoa. What was he playing on there? It's almost like stuff I've seen that Billy Joe Jones do, that kind of kind of like a flam tap kind of thing between the cymbal and the snare there. Interesting effect. And he was playing something on the left that the camera angle was on him so you couldn't see it, but it was not. I don't think it was the hi-hat cymbal. It was something over there on the left he was hitting. Right, left, left. Mostly singles, some doubles. You know what he's doing here is very, very hip. Actually, he's got his bass drum almost playing like a dotted quarter note rhythm. It goes ding, 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 maybe some quarter note triplets, some kind of a syncopated type of polyrhythm against where the time is on top. Very cool. Okay, cue the band. A little hard to play with those little dowel rods. Here we go. I think we're taking it out. That's my guess. Yeah. There we go. Awesome. Cool. The classic Billy Higgins. Having studied that guy's drumming, there's just a character about his sound, the cymbals, the snare drum, the tuning, just the way he plays. Man, this guy was like a fixture in the bebop era, recording with so many different kinds of great horn players and pianists, and just really is just an outstanding drummer. In your quest for learning more about, the great bebop and hard bop eras of jazz music, you're definitely going to want to spend some time studying the great Billy Higgins. So a lot of these drummers, Max Roach, Art Blakey, other drummers like that, that pulled out the mallets, really into that. That kind of all of a sudden now we're doing this sort of like almost like timpani mallets. A lot of them. These were a little different. They had skinnier handles, almost like they're mallet percussion, like marimba mallets or something. Typically, timpani mallets have a drumstick shaft and just a felt top. And sometimes they're hard, sometimes they're soft. But generally speaking, it's a stiffer shaft, like a drumstick, versus the thin little rattan handles or small pieces of birchwood or whatever that material was. So I play with mallets like that as well, and it's a little fatiguing on your hands. There's not the weight, there's not the rebound, but they definitely have an interesting quality to the sound. Many years ago, as an undergraduate student, I saw the great drummer Paul Vertical, which I'll be doing a video on him coming up, and he actually was playing with a small group, and he was playing with knitting needles. I was like, I've never seen anybody do that. In fact, I actually bought some and tried them, but I didn't hear that sound. It was a very interesting group called Simon and Bard out of Portland, Oregon at the time. This is way back before he joined the Pat Metheny group. And there was one tune that was just very interesting. I don't remember much about it, but he had Peisty Flat Ride, and he was starting to play with knitting needles, and it was just a very peculiar sound. Well, these rattan handles, the backside of the mallets that he was playing with, had a similar quality. Very light, very delicate, obviously not going to be a lot of volume happening. So timbali players play with these little palitos, little mini sticks, mini dowel rods to get that real pingy sound. So you can achieve that playing near the neck of the stick, near the tip, right near the edge of the drum to get that kind of high-pitched timbali quality sound. So anyways, some really interesting stuff going on in this solo with the great Billy Higgins. As the case is with a lot of jazz solos, they're over the form. This was more of an extended solo, and then he would set up the time for bringing the band back in. And of course, you start out with the sax playing and the melody, and then taking the solo, and then we turned it over to the pianist, and then obviously it was set up by Billy, and then he got to feature a big, long, extended drum solo before they took the melody out. So we might check him out with some other context down the road, but I hope you liked it. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you would, and share it with your friends. And until then, I'll see you on the next reaction and analysis video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.